It also helps to understand how the two of us are wired uniquely for our needs. It's predictable. We know what men need and what women need that are unique from each other. And let's talk about that.
Well, like one thing we talked about when we were talking about the importance of communication was that key to intimacy, which is activity. And I never understood what a deep need that is for men to share activity and how bonding that is.
When we do a shared activity together, he absolutely opens up. All I have to do is just shut up and he starts talking.
You have to be walking. We can't be sitting. You gotta be walking.
When we go on a hike, and we're both just huffing and puffing up the mountain, like we'll stop and just have a moment of just, he's just opening up.
So when we walk, we dive deep into the things that we gotta deal with.
It's always really cool.
I had a chance to learn that lesson in a very painful way, actually. We, after we come through this early marriage season where not early marriage, but early parenting season, I should say, 15 years into our marriage, we'd had this crazy crisis year, medical emergencies. For the very first time ever, we were getting away, just the two of us.
Yeah, so this was after like an intense period of 911 calls, our little guy's on an oxygen tank.
Multiple surgeries, crazy
But we're
stress.
getting this reprieve, and so we're flying from Seattle to Maui for a little break, just 3 days to kind of recharge our batteries.
We land in Hawaii. We have enough time left to just pull on our swimsuits and run out to the pool and capture the last few hours.
Just before the sun goes down.
Yeah, exactly. So we head out to the pool. It's beautiful and warm and wonderful. And you start making a fast track.
A beeline to the slide, because this isn't your normal swimming pool, not anyone that I've seen before. It had current in it, you know what I mean? This was like an incredible playground. And I said, look at this slide. We got to go down the slide. And it's kind of on this mountain thing.
Meanwhile, I'm headed straight for the jacuzzi, right? Because I have had the most stressful year of my life, and all I can picture is getting inside a jacuzzi and just relaxing and melting away and having no responsibility and just sharing that moment with you.
Right.
He's headed to the slide, and I'm like, I gotta get used to the water. I'm not even ready for that. And he's like, no, come on over.
I said, let's just do this one thing real quick, and then we'll go to the jacuzzi. And she says, no, I want to go to the jacuzzi right now. I said, just come up and look at it. So she climbs up these stairs, and she's looking down the mountain. And you remember what you said?
Well, I was scared. I said, I don't even think I want to go on that slide.
This looks scary. I said, there are 4-year-olds on this slide.
And so I just said, you know what? You want to do that? You do that. When you're done, come meet me in the jacuzzi. I'll be there waiting. Like, just didn't even cross my mind.
Right. And so I did. I went down the slide by myself.
It took him like 45 minutes to wind around back to me.
Because there's current. It was awesome, right?
But I'm in the jacuzzi. Well, by the time he gets in the jacuzzi, everything in his spirit is deflated, right? Because all he wanted to do for him, reconnecting was, let's go share a fun, awesome thing.
Yeah.
Let's go play. For me, reconnecting was, let's go talk. Let's go sit eye to eye in the jacuzzi. And I didn't get it. So by the time he climbed in, he was already feeling so mad at me that we had this terrible fight.
We had this epic fight in the jacuzzi in paradise.
All the little kids jump out of the jacuzzi and run away. And we're sitting in Hawaii crying, basically.
And learned another lesson, shared activity.
It's huge. It's everything. Like, I wish I understood how different that need is for you.
And another one for men is that we need to remember that women need to be cherished, right? Men need shared activity, but a woman needs to be cherished. This is something most men have no idea what it means to cherish a woman. In fact, there's been studies done. You ask women to list the top 10 things they need from their man. Cherished is almost inevitable, like 98% you will be sure cherished is listed for a woman.
Recently, we've had a lot of home projects, and this is something Jared is very passionate about.
For John, work is everything to him, and it's like, it is his child, and so he would come home really late when we first got married. He'd come home at like 7 or 8. Then he realized that that was like so important to me to spend time with my husband. So he now comes home, he just cuts the hours that he could, and now he comes home earlier.
This one day, Jer walked in and immediately went to the car, picked up all of my groceries, brought them upstairs, and started helping me prep dinner. And that meant so much to me that he would know that I'm tired, and despite all of his exciting projects in the backyard, that he would help me start dinner.
It just means so much to me that he would sacrifice like that much time just to be with me. It means a lot.
You ask men to list the top 100 things they need from a woman. You'll be hard-pressed to find a guy that goes, well, I know one thing, she better cherish me, right? It's just not on our minds. But you're getting at it, this idea of treating her in a special way, letting her know that you've been thinking of her.
Right.
That's what it means to cherish a woman.
Right, and it is the little things. Like for me, just the cup of coffee, whether
Right.
it is valued by you or not.
Yeah, so I don't drink coffee. Leslie drinks enough for both of us. I've never just had a taste for it. And anyway, it's always been a little bit of a tension point, especially early on in our
Yes.
marriage because of that. And years and years ago, because we travel a fair bit with our speaking engagements and so on, we were passing through O'Hare Airport, and they had just opened up the first Starbucks in O'Hare, okay? And we got off the plane, and Leslie goes, let's go. It's brand new. Let's go check out the Starbucks. I'm like, all right. So we go to the Starbucks, and we're standing in line. And as we're there, I'm looking up at the board, and I see all the items and the prices, and I realize the prices are more in the airport than they are in a normal Starbucks. And I said, this is highway robbery. They're ripping us off. And Leslie went, yeah, she doesn't care. And I said, well, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to pay for coffee when they're doing this to us, And she said, oh, come on, it's just a cup of coffee. I said, no, this is not. Remember, I got spiritual. I said, this is not good stewardship. Wanted to see if that might work, And she just was like, no, come on, I'm just going to get a cup. I said, I'm not having anything to do with this. And we had a little tiff, and it wasn't a fight, but a little tiff. And
You
I
walked away. I stayed right in line, waiting for my coffee.
And then I went down, I'm looking out the terminal and looking out the window at planes and stuff, and I thought, Parrot, what are you, an idiot? Just go back and be with your wife. It's just a cup of coffee. And I remember that really was a moment that I had an insight on cherishing Leslie. She loves that. She loves that coffee. And so I went back and I apologized to her. And by the way, what do you think we do every time we go through O'Hare Airport these days? Yeah, we get ripped off as soon as we get off that plane. But that's what it means to cherish.
That's right.
Your wife.
It's about what matters to them. It has nothing to do with what you value and your taste. It's what does she value.
And it may not even be
and
rational for you.
How can I show that I know her and her little quirks?
Right. But men need shared activity. Women need to be cherished.
Right. One example of really different needs.
Exactly. But they're both important for bridging that gender gap. Oh, so you guys, on the Symbis assessment, I know many of you are using that, and when you begin to unpack that, you'll find a whole page on bridging the gender gap, and you're going to find each other's needs, the ones that you've listed as a man and as a woman that differ between the two of you, and I think you're really going to love seeing that, unpacking it together.